Girlfriend's Guide to Network Marketing. Happy Wednesday. I'm very excited today to talk to you guys about leadership. And this is actually taken, the training today is taken from my new course called Going All In. You guys have seen me talking about it, posting about it. We're really excited about it. And for those of you who have already jumped into the course and have started doing the training, congratulations and thank you for joining me in there. I hope that you're finding some value in that. I've been getting some great feedback, so thank you so much for all of that. And one of the chapters in that course is all on leadership. So today I wanted to do a little mini training from that chapter. And one of the things that we go through there is I go through 10 different characteristics of a leader. So welcome everybody. If you're just joining me, we're going to be talking leadership today. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're from. And so I can say hi to you on this video. So we're going to be talking leadership. So I basically in the course, I lay out 10 different characteristics of a leader. And in today's video message, I'm going to go through 3 of those characteristics, 3 of the ones that I think are more important, or one of the most important ones. And these are things that, I think that anybody and everybody can be a leader if they're willing to practice the skills and put themselves out there. I do believe that some people are inherently, born with leadership skills and leadership abilities. However, if you weren't born with them, I still believe that everybody has the opportunity to be a leader if they're willing to put in the time, the effort, invest in themselves, and develop the skill sets that are required to lead a group of people. And so it's really important when you're looking at leadership, especially in network marketing, because we can actually fall into a leadership position fairly quickly in this business. You can start a business, have no leadership skills, and within a month have a team of people that you're starting to lead. So, it's really important to invest that time in that personal development and really learn the skill sets and read about leadership, because those are the things that, you could fall into that fairly quickly. And if you don't know what you're doing in there, there's tons of resources out there to be able to help you. And that's why I put that chapter in the course of leadership, because it is really important. Okay, so if you are joining me here today, let's talk about the 3 things that I think are one of the more important ones from the list that's in the course. So number 1 is confidence. We have to have confidence when we're in a leadership position, because there's a lot of things we need to do as a leader, like make decisions. We need to, we need to get uncomfortable and put ourselves out there, because we know that our teams do what we do, not what we say. So if we're not putting ourselves in uncomfortable positions and getting out of our comfort zones and doing the do and getting out there and working the business, then our teams don't do that either. And that requires confidence, to trust yourself, to trust your gut, to be able to do that, to put yourself out there, to push through fears, right? And that's, again, it's a confidence thing. It's knowing that you're going to be able to do that. And even if you fall on your face, that you're going to get back up and you're going to keep going. That's the confidence piece in a leader. To be able to show others the way and to bet on yourself, to know that no matter what happens, you're going to still be there. And it's that confidence of knowing that you've got what it takes to lead the team, right? So confidence is definitely one of the top things I think that we need to have as leaders, is to have confidence in what we're doing, confidence in ourselves, confidence in our company, confidence in a product, and in so many different ways. So confidence, absolutely one of the number 1 things I think we need to have as a leader. Number 2 is integrity. And I truly believe that as a leader, we have to have a good, solid integrity. We can't have teams that are filled with negativity and gossip and people talking badly about each other and, talking badly about their companies or their products or any of that kind of stuff. Our integrity has to be rock solid. Again, it's a direct reflection of our teams. If we don't have integrity as a leader, that's gonna just go through your team like wildfire. You don't want to have that. You want to have the most integrity that you can possibly have, being the most positive person, negative never be engaging into gossip, always edifying and uplifting people, and just staying away from the things that are that just are not good. The things that are gonna mess up your integrity. See, even as a girlfriend's guide, I don't always say things right, but still, you know what I'm saying, right? You want to be the best person you can possibly be, and do things right whenever and at all possible times. So number 2 is integrity. Number 3, and this is one I have talked about before, and I truly believe that in all aspects of our life, we need to be authentic. And as a leader, that is so important. Authenticity, I believe is something that also plays into integrity a bit too. But we need to learn skills. We need to practice the things. But we also need to be authentically ourselves. And I don't like it when I see, and I've even slipped into this myself, where I feel like I need to be somebody else to be able to be the leader. I need to follow what she's doing because she's a leader. And if I can be exactly like her, then I can be a leader. And don't slip into that. We need to look at what they're doing, and we need to look at the skill sets that they have, and we need to look at, some of those things, but we can't lose ourselves in that process of trying to be like somebody else just so that we feel like we can be a leader. We have to authentically be ourselves. And the reason I truly believe that is I think that there's a piece of each of us that needs to be, authentically there to show other people that you can be different. You can do things in a different way. You still know the skills. You're still investing in yourself. You're still being confident. You're still doing all those other things, but you're also still you. And maybe you do things a little differently, or maybe you say things a little differently, or maybe you work a little differently. But that's the authentic piece that you are. And it shows people that anybody can be a leader. If you learn the skills and put in the practice and the development, but yet you can still be a leader. And we see that all over in network marketing. I see that in my industry, in my company. All different types of people are leaders in our company. We have, teachers to, dentists to yoga instructors to, graphic designers, you name it. We have all different types of people in leadership positions. And so that authentic piece of you needs to come out. You need to be authentic. Don't lose yourself in trying to be like somebody else. We have to have those differences because that shows the world that anybody and everybody can do this. So be authentically you. So you guys, there's 3 of the 10 that I go through in the Going All In course about being authentic or about being a leader and learning those skill sets and the characteristics that are required. And there's more than just 10, but I go through 10 of them in the course. But there's lots of different characteristics that you believe that you need to have. And if you have some that you want to share in this chat, you think there's a characteristic that you need to have to be a leader, I'd love to hear from you. Passion is definitely one of them. We need to have passion. There's all kinds of great things that we need to have to be leaders in anything that we're doing. So, but those are the 3 that I wanted to share with you today, guys. I hope that you found some great value in today's message. Thinking about your own leadership, even right now, if you're just a team of 1, you need to start thinking about these things, start reading and developing those leadership skills, because it will happen. You will have a team and you will need to lead some people at some point. And so, working on those skill sets now is always a great thing. And that's why I love this course. I'm going to be a shameless promoter right now. I love this course because what I do is this course is developed for anybody who's new. We go through all the different gamuts of what it takes to be in network marketing, the skill sets that you need to learn to be successful in this business, including leadership, including recruiting, including dealing with your clients, time management, all that kind of stuff. And so even if you're not new and you're feeling maybe like you're stuck a little bit, then again, this is going to go through showing you some of those skill sets. Maybe there's a crack somewhere in your belief and in your business or in something, and that this course is going to help you to be able to fix that. So there's lots of different people who will benefit from this. And basically I took everything that I've learned in my 6 years in network marketing, and I've had definitely lots of ups and downs in my business. But in the time that I have been in network marketing, what I've learned through that process, I've dumped it all into these 10 chapters in this course. So I hope that those of you who have it, I know I'm hearing from you. I hear you're loving it. You guys, there's only 1 day left to get the $100 off on the course that has over 5 hours of video content, 10 different printable takeaways that you can use, all the videos, all the training from me. You guys, that is $100 off until tomorrow at midnight. So you still have time to take advantage of that. If you want the link, just let me know. I think I've posted it in a few different places, but I hope that you join us in there. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Everybody, all of you, you can be leaders. We're all leaders. We just have to practice the skills, but be authentic, have confidence, and keep our integrity high. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you're having a fantastic Wednesday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.